Again, Bill Pfeiffer speaking from Marysville. Good to be with you. Don't forget the subscribe and like button. That would be a help. And do remember Mother Teresa's film, The Greater Love. Don't be bashful in sharing. If you like some of the podcasts that we do, share them with other people. It gives you an opportunity to transform and touch other people's lives, and don't be embarrassed by it. Just kind of do it. It just is something, and other people may say thank you, and they may not. But in either case, you have an opportunity to be able to do something good, and our world really is in deep trouble of goodness. So do that. Nice story today. Today is the Good Shepherd Sunday, and this is a really nice story. Years ago, a great actor was given a grand reception in his childhood parish. His old pastor asked him if he could recite the Good Shepherd Psalm, Psalm 23, which he had been taught as a student in the pastor's Sunday school class. The actor paused for a moment and then said, "I will on one condition, that after I've recited it, you, my pastor and teacher, will do the same." The pastor agreed. Impressively, the actor began the 23rd Psalm. His voice and intonation were perfect. They echoed throughout the hall. He held his audience spellbound. As he finished, a great burst of applause broke from the audience. Then the old pastor rose from his wheelchair and began to recite the same psalm. His voice was soft and his tone was faultless. But when he finished, there was not a dry eye in the room. People seemed to be in prayer. Then the actor rose and in a shy voice said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I reached your ears, but my old pastor friend has reached your hearts. The difference is, I know the psalm, but he knows the shepherd." Marvelous testimony. So what is the difference between the two? Probably prayer. Prayer changes things. It helps us to realize the reality in which we are swimming. Every great religion encourages prayer because it gives us an immediate, a direct relationship with God, and it transforms us. Contemplatives and mystics have that relationship, that understanding, that knowledge of God that is direct. That's why Meister Eckhart said that God can't be thought, but only loved, huh? And so we need to pray, and that's the difference between the pastor and this great actor's presentation of Psalm 23. He had a prayed heart. He was a holy man, and that exuded. It happened. It just was shared by his very being. It oozed out of him, and that's no small thing. Prayer, huh? If you're too troubled to pray, you're in trouble. If people say you have to pray for 20 minutes a day, and if you're too busy, you should be praying for an hour. And if you're too busy to pray, you're too busy. You got to do something about it. And so, we really do need to do that in order to be able to be the difference between that actor and the pastor in the presentation of the 23rd Psalm. A lot of people know a lot about God, but do they really know Jesus, know Him? How many people were, really baptized and are living out that baptism. I'm thinking of 3 quotes from the scriptures that fit here. "Apart from me, you can do nothing. Unless the grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains just a grain of wheat. But if it dies, it produces much fruit." That's what happened to the pastor, huh? And the famous line I love from John 7, whoever speaks, or in this particular case, recites, whoever speaks or recites on his own is bent on self-glorification. The man who seeks glory for him who sent him is truthful. There is no dishonesty in his heart. There's a big difference. I've had professors who came in and read the scriptures like the telephone book, and then I had other professors who would read the scriptures and your heart would melt because you knew that is coming from a prayerful heart, a heart that has identified with that word, has become that word, and is now sharing that word, and makes a big bit of difference. Prayer is the thing that makes those kind of changes happen. Prayer changes everything. It changes essentially me. Happiness tomorrow always depends on doing the truth today. Keep on going. Know that you're in my thoughts and prayers.